Good day to you. It's Crystal, and I'm here with another Be Intentional moment. Yes, I'm outside because I love outside. I am an outdoor person, and I have Quasi with me today. So we'll see if he actually shows his face in the camera today or if he's going to be nice. But today's Be Intentional moment is to accept the fact that change is normal. Change is normal. The Be Intentional tag for today is understanding the normalcy of change. Oh my goodness. With August coming up and back to school is happening and new jobs and new moves of houses and all of these different things that we often embark on, coming the end of summer can really be life jolting. I don't know about you, but I've gone through a lot of different changes in my life. And I've now come to the place of realizing that sometimes those changes have shifted me into becoming the person that I am. But they did not feel good when those changes was happening. So I have some quick points that I want to tell you how to adapt to change or what to look for when trying to identify if you are struggling with change. Number one, understand that change is scary. First thing, change is scary. Identify what's scary about the change. Number two, change can be debilitating. It can be very debilitating. It can cause you to stay still, paralyze you. It can handicap you. It cannot feel good. The third one, change can cause anxiety. Oh my goodness, your stomach will be feeling all kinds of ways. You'll be up 1 minute, down 1 minute, don't know if you're crazy or sane. You will be at a place of uneasement. You'll be so anxious and so nervous that you won't even be able to make a decision. The fourth one, when dealing change, what I've learned is change will rush your adrenaline. Have you ever been in a situation where you need to make a quick decision or you hear about a new opportunity or something that's happening and you're like, just, oh, yeah. It's like an adrenaline rush. Like, this is going to be so good. Let's do it. You hear about a new business adventure or something that's happening that could be life-changing financially for you or emotionally, and you're like, oh yeah, I want to do it. I want to do this. Somebody, let's do this. And you're just on this adrenaline rush. If you're not paying attention to what's happening, you will make a very quick decision and later live to regret it. So change can cause an adrenaline rush. Number 6, change can cause you to have success guilt, which most people call guilt remorse. But they don't know why they have that guilt remorse until you identify it is because you're afraid to be successful in the new change that's happening while you see others around you not being successful. So some of us who have grown up to be givers or to always take care of other people, sometimes we're not easy to want to change because of the success, and it causes you to be afraid of the success because you don't want other people to judge you. You don't want people to reject you because of your new status. You don't want people to defriend you. You have all of these thoughts that go into your head because you become successful and others don't. And so you don't even want the change sometimes. You can have a new promotion. You can have new move opportunities. You can have a new relationship coming in. You can meet a new friend, right? You can have all these new successful things that's happening, business partners happening. You need to make a change. All of these things that need to be happening according to your success, but you don't want to do it because somebody else is moving or they're struggling to get theirs off. And so you have guilt remorse. You have success remorse. So you don't want to move in that change because you're afraid of how the other people's feeling, and you don't want to make them feel a certain kind of way because you're being progressive. But guess what? You're not responsible for their feelings. You're only responsible for your own feelings. So accept the change of success. It's good. Keep moving. The next one is fun. Change can be so much fun when you are changing in the right direction and you're actually doing something that is healthy and you enjoy it and it makes you feel like you are living and not just surviving. Change can be fun. All right. Number 7, change can be exhilarating. It can feel like you have a life of vibrancy again. It can feel like you've taken your iron medicine. Like for me, I'm anemic, so my family can tell the difference of when I have my iron in my system or when I don't. And it's just like a whole new life. It's like a whole new bite. It can be so exhilarating. And the last point I have, it can be fulfilling. Once you're actually moving where you're supposed to be and you're actually creating the life you want, that change you made that you were so afraid of in the beginning, it will eventually turn out to be so fulfilling. And you'll realize it's the best decision you could have ever made. Why? because the whole reason why the change was uncomfortable in the first place, because you didn't know the unknowns. You didn't take time to assess what's actually happening and cause you to feel this way. So assess your unknowns and feel like, why am I uncomfortable about change? The other thing I have here is change is good and it's going to be fulfilling, because when you really sit back and think about what you've been praying for, like, I believe in God and I love my life because most of my life is pretty much what I prayed for, even though sometimes it can be scary. When I sit back and I reassess it, I have what I've asked God for. So sometimes you have to realize that the change you're happening is because you prayed for it, or you've asked God to make some changes in your life, move some people out of your life, give you new opportunities, help you become an ambivert instead of an introvert, or extra instead of an extrovert. You're too over the top. So you want to kind of be a balance sometimes. So hey, that thing could be happening now because that season is now here for you to change. And last point of all, be intentional about loving the change of your life. Why? Because you'll never know how great you really are unless you accept change. So be intentional about change because it's so worth it. Don't be scared. Just change.